Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now they send a man in motion right. Pollard going to try the right side. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Uses the spin. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion left goes Cooks. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Shaq Barrett's motor just keeps on running in Tampa Bay. Another 10 sacks for him in 2021. He's up to 37 in 3 seasons with the Buccaneers.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. He had the good earlier, throwing his first career touchdown pass. Now the bad, his first career interception.
So you had to have some balance at some point, right? Didn't that what we all seek in our lives? But here's the thing. He had the success, you mentioned it, through the touchdown pass. Sometimes you press it a little bit more, try a few other things, but that's how you learn. He'll throw a few more interceptions along the way, but I bet he'll balance that with a heck of a lot more touchdown passes, too.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Damone Clark, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Mayfield. And they work this out past the 25. Mayfield on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott to throw it.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
That's complete to Otten.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Mayfield.
He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Touchdown! Cade Otten with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Pollard again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. In motion left goes Cooks. On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
Keep it up.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into open.
And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.